If you have a Blu-ray player, satellite box, computer, or any type of video source that you want to send out to multiple computer monitors or displays, but they're far away, you usually have limitation if you just want to use a HDMI cable and splitters. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at a sender/receiver system that works with Category 6 network cable. Now, the great thing about this is that you can go up to 115 feet away and transmit 4K 60 frames per second video footage. So in this video, we're going to get them out of the box. I'm going to show you guys some diagrams. So sit back and relax and let's get started. Depending on your situation, I have two solutions for you guys. This is the smaller model that's going to run up to 4 displays. And here we have the larger model that can support up to 8 displays. Here's a quick overview of both products. First of all, they're using HDMI 2.0 with HDCP 2.2, and that's for copyright protections. Also, it's going to support your HDR, HDR10, HLG, and Dolby Vision, so it will support up to 12-bit at 4K. And when it comes to video, you can see it can support 4K up to 60 frames per second, and it uses 444, so that's going to give you the best colors possible. Now, you can run 4K up to 115 feet, but check this out. If you're going to run 1080p, you can go all the way up to 196 feet, which is a lot. So here's the first splitter we're going to look at. This is the UHD 14-EX115K. This is everything you get in the box. You get the main sender, and this is where you're going to hook up your Blu-ray player or anything that you want to send out to the different receivers. Now, these receivers are all independent, and one thing you'll notice is that they all have IR blasters, and that's so that you can point your remote control to it in any room and be able to control the main unit. You also get the power cord, and you get a user's manual. So here's the bigger model of the two. This is the one that works with 8 different TV sets. This is the UHD 18EX115K. Now you can see it comes with 8 different receivers instead of 4, and that's the biggest difference. Plus, of course, you get a bigger sender right here. And here's everything that comes in the box. On the side, you're going to find screw holes for mounting options. On the front of it, you're going to find your power switch, a LED to let you know that it's turned on, and some LEDs to let you know what's connected to it. Here's a closer look at the back of it. You can see it has coaxial digital, and you can run that over to audio receivers. You have a 3.5mm output for running over to powered speakers. Next, you have HDMI input, and you can plug in just about any video source that can go up to 60 Hz. The loop out allows you to run it over to a monitor or some type of video device so you can take a look at it from the source. And you have the Ethernet outputs for running over to your different receivers. On the other side, you can find an IR output for running over to the front of the device like a DVD player so you can control it, and a 12-volt input. And here's the other unit. And both of these senders have a service port and an EDI switch so you can customize the video output over to each monitor that you're going to connect to it. Here's a closer look at one of the receivers. So the way it works is you have a Ethernet input that comes over from that sender. You also have a service port for doing updates and an IR sensor just in case you need it. Then you have your power input. On the bottom of it, there's some little screw holes so you can mount it. And on the other sides, there's an HDMI output that you can run over to your display. Now, for some people, this could be a little complicated how all this works. So what I did is I put together a diagram so you guys can see how easy it is to really get everything set up and running. First of all, we have the main sender right here. And it has a coaxial output, and you're going to run that over to an audio receiver if you have one so you can get digital sound. Now, if you have a powered speaker or anything that has an auxiliary input, you can then use the 3.5 output to run over to that source. Now, these audio sources are optional, but they are available. Next, you have the HDMI input, and it's going to come from your Blu-ray, any type of console, or anything that has an HDMI output. And next you have something that's called a loop TV. So basically what goes in here will go out to that TV. So I'll give you an example. If you had your TV set in some type of entertainment center, you can just run the loop so to send a pass through, and then you can run that same signal over to what I'm about to show you. And it will hook up like this. You would take the HDMI output and run to the input of the television set. So this gives you the base setup. Now I'm going to show you guys how to hook up the receivers. So on the back of it, you know there's an Ethernet port, and then all these receivers also have a Ethernet port. So what you would do is just run each of these into the inputs of the different receivers, and that allows them to get signal. Now the great thing about this is that this uses what they call power over Ethernet, so you do not have to run a power source to each of these boxes. All the power is going to come from your main box over to these. Now once you get here, you can then run them over to each TV set that you want to run. Now it does have limitations in the cable runs, and I'll go over that at the end of the video, but this gives you an idea how it hooks up. And as a recap, this is the sender, and here's the receivers. One thing I do like about this setup is that it's extremely easy. I mean, this could be very complicated, but really, if you think about it, all you need is a source, a power supply, and a network cable. Once you do that, you plug in HDMIs and it's good to go. But let me show you guys an example of what it looks like hooked up to a television set. We have a sender here, and the way I have it wired up is I have the PlayStation going into the input of the HDMI. I have a loop output going to the TV on one input. Then I have a CAT6 cable going over to the receiver. And then I have a second HDMI going out here into a second input on the television set. Now watch this when I change inputs on the television. So here we are on the loop input, but if I click on the other one, there you go. And to me, the picture quality looks exactly the same. So after watching this video, you should have a clear understanding how these splitters work. Now let me give you guys a few examples. Let's say you have a patio outside, has a TV on it, and you want to take some of your sources from inside the house and run them outside. You could use these to run that signal over, and with the IR blaster, control some of the equipment inside the house. Another scenario is if you had a business and you have different boards throughout the rooms to show people the progress during the day, you could use these and set up that with all the different monitors. Or if you're a gamer, you want to show all the different results on multiple TV sets, there's plenty of possibilities that you can do using these splitters. So if you like this video, go and give a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and you have yourself a great day. For more solutions like this, be sure to check out OREI.com, where you'll find the latest switchers, converters, and accessories.